My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. This is the only channel dedicated to UFC picks and DraftKings lineups run by professional fighters and MMA insiders. Every week, I join Nick Newell, professional fighter, professional model, and ESPN Top 10 guest, along with Dan Kramer, UFC fighter, Bellator fighter, Ultimate Fighter alumni, and Jacob Lyons, a skinny kid from Indiana. And we break down every single fight, the betting odds, the DraftKings picks, and we set you up for success. Next up at UFC 259, we have the women's featherweight championship on the line where Amanda Nunes defends one of her two belts. This is the 145-pound belt, and she's defending against Megan Anderson. The odds are miles apart. The DraftKings costs are miles apart. It is all accurate. Amanda Nunes should be as giant of a favorite as she is. She has looked superhuman. She's cleaned out two completely different weight classes, and she's beaten some of the best that have ever done it to become the best that has ever done it. But Megan Anderson is very capable. She's very long, and she does have quite a bit of experience. So, Dan, what are your thoughts here? I mean, do you think Megan Anderson can win this fight? Obviously she can, but what do you think here?
No, I mean, I think Amanda Nunes is just, I mean, she's the GOAT, right? She's on a different level. She's beaten everybody. She's beaten them all pretty handily, to be honest. From what I saw in Megan Anderson's tape, she's 6 feet, she's a giant, right? She trains with James Krause, right? That's a good thing. She defended takedowns pretty well against Norma Dumont, landed a big right hand, but even her right hand, I don't think is on the level of power that Amanda Nunes has. Her last 4 fights ended in the first round. She's got a couple, she's got a sub victory in there, but Amanda Nunes is just on a different level. She's good everywhere. She's unbelievable everywhere. She's got wrestling, she's got jiu-jitsu, and she has unbelievable power for this weight class and really any weight class. So I think she's going to walk through Megan Anderson probably pretty early in the fight. And I think it's going to be a one-sided fight. But as far as DraftKings goes, $9,600. I don't think I would spend that on anybody, even if I knew I was going to get 100 points, just because you have to take so much else out of your lineup to do that. So not doing anything in DraftKings on this fight, but my $100, even at the negative 1,200, I'm putting on Nunes.
to get $1.20 back.
It's better than just giving it away.
So I think, I agree. I didn't touch it for DraftKings because you don't even want to throw Megan Anderson in your lineup because she's going to lose. And there are people out there that are going to pick Megan Anderson to win, and they're doing it specifically so that if the 1 in a million happens, they can be like, told you. But there's no actual, I don't know how you could look at these fighters objectively and say Megan Anderson is going to win. Now, she does have a path to victory. She can use her distance, keep Amanda Nunes as far away as possible, stick and move, and get it done. Megan's durable. So I disagree with you where you're saying Amanda's probably going to put her away pretty early. I think it's actually going to be a decision. I think it's just going to be a long, drawn-out fight. Megan Anderson's huge, heavy, and long. So I do think it's going to be a longer, drawn-out decision, but we'll see what happens. Jacob, I cannot imagine you disagree with us in any of this.
No, it's funny because that's somebody that I would pick her just to be like, I told you so. That's kind of my style.
But Megan Anderson.
But even if that's my style in this one, I'm willing to look stupid because Amanda Nunes is gonna win this fight. Megan Anderson, like you said, is tall, can use her length. If she uses that kind of Conor McGregor against Chad Mendes stabbing front kick to kind of keep her at bay, she's got to keep this fight real clean. But I will mention one thing, and this might be my, I told you so thing. She's got those long legs, and she does some wild stuff from her back out of her guard, and she's thrown up some wild triangles. And if Nunes maybe has her maybe hurt more than she thinks she is, and she gets a little too comfortable on the ground, Megan's got those long legs and could throw something up wild. So we'll see what happens. But I have Nunes even at the $9,600. I put her in my lineup just because if you can guarantee a win, I think I was going between her and Islam, and I had the money to pick her instead of Islam. And we already talked about the Islam fight and our worries kind of with that fight. So I'm taking.
She's a way better value than Islam, I think, right? Like,
So I put her in my lineup. The $1,200, like Dan said, I would put my money on that too, and I'm willing to look stupid if she loses with everyone else.
And not to stretch this out longer than it needs to be, but Amanda Nunes does have a baby at home. Babies are awful. Most of us know that. I don't know if it's a factor. I don't know if it's not a factor. Some fighters, sort of separate that work-life balance. Others don't. I have no idea if that's a factor, but nobody has ever had a newborn and then slept through the night like nothing ever happened. So
I agree, Angelo. I don't have kids yet, but Pollyanna, if you're out there, if you answer my DMs, we'll see what happens.
How many have you sent her by now? A couple hundred?
They put me on some sort of delay, Dan. I don't know what's going on. It's like I can only send one a week now, but I know she's watching. Just if you could respond, we'll get on that.
I thought you moved on to what's his name with the DMs. Who was he gonna?
I'm still Pollyanna.
Knight. His boy
William Knight.
So, I think everybody knows what is going to happen here, but it'll still be interesting to watch. Obviously, Megan Anderson is taking this fight very seriously. She's not stupid. She has seen the same Amanda Nunes that we have, and we'll see what adjustments she makes if she uses that reach, if she tries to stay away, and we'll see what happens. Before you go, check out the description below. In there, we have links to our Facebook, our Twitter, our Instagram, and more importantly, to our DraftKings League. Check out the league, join the league, participate in the contests, and as we get going and as you start winning, we're going to start handing out gift cards and participating and doing things like that. So check those out. Every week, there are drops on every fight card. So make sure you check out this channel and our social media on Saturday before the fights start so that you have our most updated lineups and picks.